I come at you, you better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Keith one-time Thurman returns. Yeah, that's right. Keith one-time Thurman returns. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. I can just do this all day. The two-time demonetized champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Check it out, man. Keith. Keith one-time Thurman finally returns. It's been a while. 3 years since we've seen Keith Thurman in action. And if I'm honest, I'm trying to remember when was his last fight at this point. Who was it? Who was Keith Thurman's last opponent? I forgot. Was it Barrios? Nah, it wasn't Barrios, bro. It couldn't have been Mario Barrios, bro. There's no way. No way it was Mario Barrios, bro. Don't tell me Keith Thurman's last fight in the ring was against Mario Barrios, bro. Who has since became a champion and everything. In that weight class, right? I seriously forgot right now, right? Was Keith Thurman's last opponent Mario Barrios, the Aztec Warrior? But Keith one-time Thurman returns against Brock Jarvis. Yeah, that's right, Brock Jarvis, who is 22-1 with 20 KOs. So for what it's worth, the guy could punch. For what it's worth, the guy has a winning record. But I got a lot of questions. The first question is, where the hell you been for 3 years, Keith? The second question, where's PBC? And the third question, why are you fighting in Sydney, Australia? But check out what Keith Thurman had to say.
It's not about Brock. You guys love him. I'm coming to your city. But when Keith Thurman steps in the ring, it's always the Thurman show. And when I get there, you're going to know it's not about Brock. This is going to be one of the greatest comebacks in 2025. This is history in the making. This is Sugar Ray Leonard. This is Muhammad Ali after prison. Time does not take away the ability of champion.
Show's over.
I was a seven-time national champion.
Show's over, Keith. It's over. It's over now. It's finished.
The show has just begun, my friend, and you're the first opening act of champion.
Show's over.
I was a seven-time national champion.
Show's over, Keith. It's over. It's over now. It's finished.
The show has just begun, my friend, and you're the first opening act. And you're going to get a big welcoming slap. I promise you,
You're looking for tune-up fights.
I promise
you. You're doing that.
You got dropped. You got dropped 2 fights ago. You got stopped. You got knocked out, kid. I've never been knocked out in a fight against any of the world champions. The greatest amongst the greats.
The time is up. You had your time. You had your one time.
You will not handle 5 rounds. Guaranteed.
It's over.
You're just a child to me,
You
son.
had your one time.
You're an amateur.
You're an old man.
You're an amateur.
You're well and truly past it. It's all over.
And just like your daddy, I'm going to give you a good whooping. Just like your dad, I'm going to give you that whooping. How do you say it? Whooping.
Just show up on Australian soil, Keith. I'll feel much better when you get here. You know, I won't worry anymore about you pulling out like you have in the past.
That was one fight. I've pulled out of 2 fights due to 2 injuries. One was a whiplash against Sean Porter, which I gave him the fight and I won. I should have just beat Tim Tszyu one-handed. Y'all saw what happened. It's a big mistake. You mess with the big fish, USA. We run boxing. You don't run boxing. We run boxing. I've been about this life, son. I've been about this life. You already got slapped the first time you tried to meet a champion.
Now, to hear what he had to say, I would say his promo skills is just as good as ever. If anything, Keith Thurman's been working on his promotion skills. But how about your boxing skills? Because I would imagine that your promo skills, your gift of gab, your mouthpiece is a lot better than your boxing skills now. How sharp are your boxing tools? We see you got a sharp tongue, but how sharp are your boxing tools? Keith Thurman said the show just begun, right? We called him once upon a time, sometime. He said, nah, the show has just begun. Like Muhammad Ali just getting out of prison. It's been a while since we've seen Keith Thurman. And to be honest, I'm kind of excited to see what Keith Thurman shows up. And let's be honest, Keith Thurman is great for the sport. Even though he was arguably the most inactive fighter in boxing history, as far as the champion caliber, big name, elite guys go, one of the most inactive fighters of all time. One of the most inactive. Now he said he's making a comeback. Is he going to stay this time? Or is he going to go back and do what he's been doing for the past 3 years? 3 years he sat out of the ring. Prior to that, it was like 2.5, 3 years. Prior to that, it was like 2.5, 3 years. Errol Spence and Keith Thurman spent more time out of boxing than they did in boxing. To the point now where they damn near forgotten fighters. This is likely why he's fighting out there in Australia, bro. He can't sell tickets no more. It won't sell here. Nobody knows Keith no more. He has no identity here in America anymore. He's been totally out of the loop. He was supposed to be fighting Tim Tszyu. Bakaram ended that. By the way, Bakaram took some big shots at Sebastian Fundora for fighting the opponent that he's fighting. Bakaram said, dude is ducking him, basically, right? But moving back to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, man. It's been a while, bro. Are you going to put on a show against this Brock Jarvis dude? Brock Jarvis said the show is over. Brock Jarvis says the show is over. I don't see PBC nowhere on the banner. I don't see nothing PBC, man. No Amazon video. This is like whatever he's fighting on. How would you even get this fight? Oh, how the mighty have fallen, bro. I remember a few years ago, maybe even several years ago now, at one point, these dudes was high-siding on guys like Terrence Crawford. And boy, how things make a big turnaround, man. He's way, way on the outside looking in now. He's so far out, he may have to bring some binoculars. He's so far out, he may have to bring a telescope. I mean, come on, man. Brock Jarvis, bro? Who is that? Who is that? So you missed the Australian, the Aussie fighter, and Tim Tszyu. Okay, I didn't get to fight him. I'm going to fight another one. Dude's downplayed. Man, come on, man. I remember everything, man. You fighting Brock Jarvis. Very vastly unknown Australian fighter. I don't know who he is. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know who Brock Jarvis is, Mr. Thurman. I don't know who that is, bro. Yeah, see how things change and make a big turnaround, and it's kind of best just to kind of not to, because you never know how things is gonna go. You just never know how things are gonna go. Now Keith Thurman is making his return, and he says the show has just begun. Keith Thurman returns March 12th, Sydney, Australia, against Brock Jarvis. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.